to say some things that might annoy Arsenal fans as much as they've been annoying me recently. Enough is enough. A couple of weeks ago, they wanted Morgan Rogers. Now, they're after Ezri Konsa. Make your mind up, lads. What's next? Villa Park as well. UEFA have got Villa by their financial balls. Every transfer rumour is about our best players leaving the club. How are we, as Villa fans, supposed to get excited about incomings when all it is this scaremongering? At what point do we stop calling it transfer gossip and start asking if the big six really are trying to pull our team apart? Because it really is starting to get blatantly obvious, Villa fans. They don't want us disturbing the peace. Welcome back to the Terrace View. I'm Jay. This is your weekly roundup of all things Aston Villa, the place where we leave all the journalistic noise behind, put the kettle on, more appropriately, grab a pint, and we'll try to make sense of all things that have happened at Aston Villa this week. No clickbait, no overreactions, just honest Villa opinions. Like we're marching back from the game, 1, 2, 3 points in the bag, to the pub. Let's talk all things Aston Villa. So your Villa headlines: Arsenal want Ezri Konsa. Arsenal's interest in Ezri Konsa is said to be legitimate. Mikel Arteta is supposed to be a huge fan. Villa value him around the £60 million mark, but here's the bit that's really winding up Villa fans. First it was Morgan Rogers, now it's Ezri Konsa, and suddenly Villa fans are thinking, hang on, do Arsenal just want to pick our team apart? Now personally, if Slabhead went to United for a world record fee for a defender, surely Ezri Konsa has to be somewhere around that ballpark. Mr. Consistency, an absolute Rolls Royce of a defender, and now a leader of our team. Can we afford to lose him? Yes, he's 28, but honestly, he's one of the best defenders I've seen in claret and blue in recent years. And more importantly, who else is out there to replace him? Arsenal don't want our players because we're a weak team. They want them to try and dismantle the threat that Aston Villa now cause into the big six. Let's be real. Now, quietly, Unai Emery has been keeping things away from the mainstream media and has reshuffled his pack, looking for a bit of fresh input from his coaching staff. Paco's gone, and Jose Maria Sanz has come in. It probably won't dominate the headlines, but in Unai Emery's world, it is a big change. Every small detail matters. And it does help that Sanz has worked under Emery before. Now, this is no baptism of fire for Sanz. He knows exactly the amount of pressure Uncle Unai will put on him as a coach and demand from him. He knows about the 5 to 6 hour grueling meetings. Every attention to detail, it will be covered. Moving on in this transfer talk, guess where we're going to start? Bloody Morgan Rogers. Despite what half of Twitter would have you believe, he is still very much an Aston Villa player. And Villa's valuation of the player just seems to keep rising. Last week, we're hearing 130 million, which he was asked about at the England training camp.
£130 million football. How does that make you feel?
Let's take a listen.
I'm sure what I thought of that, but yeah, of course it's nice to obviously hear that from people and whatnot, but I don't let kind of outside noise dictate me. I'm just going to keep focused, keep being me, and keep being the person that got me here and the player, and trying to improve.
Make of that what you will, but all I want to say is, Arsenal fans, will you stop telling me that this geezer is going to push for a move to your shitty club? It's not going to happen unless you pay up. Now, we got to be talking at least 150 bags, because Man City and Spurs keep spunking money on bang average Premier League players. Let's be real. And anyway, all of which leads me to believe Aston Villa do not want to sell. If Arsenal are prepared to pay our evaluation of the player, that's our evaluation of the player, then there shouldn't even be a conversation. Then just when Villa fans didn't think that was enough, along they come again, sniffing around Ezri Konsa. Now Villa fans, here's my concern. Losing Rogers hurts our starting 11, no doubt about it. The amount of goals, assists he has contributed to the team, it is without question. But let's not forget, this is a team game. And there were a handful of games where Rogers went missing and he didn't have the influence on the game, which we all know that he can. Losing Ezri Konsa changes the whole dynamic of our football team. It changes the spine of the club. He's become a leader in this team, Mr. Consistent. He only missed one Premier League game, and that was through suspension. He's become a real leader in this team. Mr. Reliable goes under the radar every week in the Premier League, dropping 7 out of 10s. Emery trusts him to be that guy. Under pressure, he'll carry the ball forward, make the right pass 9 times out of 10, with the odd exception of getting caught out. We won't mention West Ham away. But his recovery pace, his ball carrying ability, and like we say, his leadership skills make him a top Premier League defender. With all that pressure on his shoulders, he still has the ability to pick out the right pass and start Emery ball. And bar being ever present for Aston Villa, he's also been ever present in this World Cup for Thomas Tuchel. It speaks volumes that he is one of a handful of players that played every single minute for England. Back to Jarrod Bowen then, and I've seen a lot of Villa fans saying he's too old, he's too expensive. Now Villa fans, let me ask you something. When did 11 goals, 9 assists, Premier League experience, Conference League experience, England international turn into a bad footballer? Would I pay 50 million for Jarrod Bowen? Hell no. But if Unai wants him, I want him too. I'm backing Uncle Unai to the hilt. Probably panicking a bit too early here. I'm seeing Villa fans argue with each other on social media over rumours, transfer rumours, convincing themselves that we've sold everybody decent in our team and we're basically going to get relegated. But lads, let's have a reality check. Let's look at the here and now. Morgan Rogers, Villa player. Ezri Konsa, Villa player. Emi Martinez, I mean, you do have to be a psychologist to know what's going on in that guy's head. I don't think he knows at the best of time, but he is still an Aston Villa player. Nobody has bid, lads, so can we all just relax a bit? It's going to be okay. Good players have come and gone from this football club, and we have continued, especially under Unai Emery, to be on an upward trajectory. Big words. Now, if you want to get caught up in UEFA regulations, you know exactly how I feel on UEFA regulations. Dive into them as much as you want. They are incredibly frustrating. Some people, like I say, are acting like we've already been relegated and the club's going to fold. I think I trust Olab. I think I trust Damien Vidagani. You know, the actual sporting director, the guy who's actually doing the deals behind closed doors. I think I trust him. You're mental. Absolutely mental if you don't trust Unai Emery. We are in good hands with these owners. I will back them to the end, especially after last season and everything they've done for us, saving this football club. Until I see somebody holding up another club shirt, they are still Villa players and they should be backed. Enough of me ranting and raving. Let's sip a cold one and discuss pub talk. Who would hurt Villa more? Morgan Rogers leaving or Ezri Konsa? Personally, for me, like I just said, it's got to be Konsa. The team structure and Unai Emery's plan revolves around this man very heavily. Centre-backs like him don't grow on trees. Tell me I'm wrong. Quick World Cup roundup then, and England are playing tonight against Mexico. Will you be staying awake to watch? So as you well know, England scraped through the last game thanks to Harry Kane. Thought Konsa was a bit more like himself, but still not Ezri Konsa that we know and we get to see down Villa Park every week. Ollie on the bench and Rogers got a few minutes at the end. And I'll say it again, I don't think Tuchel knows how to play Morgan Rogers properly, which is good news for Villa fans, but bad news for England. Now, with the World Cup coming to an end, it means that pre-season is coming towards our calendars, Villa fans, something to get excited about. And as the World Cup gets more exciting, it means those tasty transfer rumours are going to get more juicy as well, boys. Like I said, it's Mexico tonight. Does that mean you're staying up? Are you heading to the pub with the boys before heading to work in about 3 hours' time? Now, well, personally, I'm still waiting on news for the away shirt. A, I want to see what it looks like, and B, I want to head down to the shop, get it, review it for you lot at home. And we're still waiting on news for this magical front of shirt sponsor, because at the moment, it's not looking very forthcoming, lads. Like I keep saying, there's plenty to look forward to throughout this off-season as an Aston Villa fan. This has been your weekly Terrace View. Now I want to hear your pub take. I want to see you guys get involved in the comments down below. Who's more important? Ezri Konsa or Morgan Rogers? Is Jarrod Bowen really worth 50 mil? And are Villa fans getting a bit too emotional when it comes to this PSR, UEFA stuff? Let me know down below. If you've enjoyed today's show, as always, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps small channels like this grow. And we really are building something special here on this channel. I'm not just saying it, we're building a massive sense of community by people like you getting involved. I'll be back on Wednesday with a Willow Walker talk, hopefully with more to talk about this week. Until then, all that's left to say is up the bloody Villa. Come on, me babbies, and come on, England. Don't lose to Mexico, man, no.
Up the Villa.